Here at the National Payment Conference in Amsterdam, I'm talking to Nick Telford-Reed from Worldpay. I'm going to talk about payments and identity and what is going to be more important, and are the two interlinked? Nick, payment systems, can they also be used for identity?
They certainly can. You know, identity and payments are inextricably linked. So you use a credit card number as a form of identity right now. But I think in future you're going to also see the payments organizations move into providing identity even where there is no payment. And you've already got that, you know, in the new version of 3D Secure, 3DS 2.0, there are non-payment use cases already built into that.
3D Secure, what kind of companies are working together for that standard?
Sure, so that's all the major card acceptance brands. So you've got Visa and MasterCard, of course, American Express, JCB, UnionPay, and Diners Discover, the whole lot.
So it's American and Europe together, no Asian brands there?
JCB is Japanese and Europe and UnionPay is Chinese. It's actually the biggest issuer of cards in the world.
Oops, I stay corrected. It's going to be a worldwide initiative. And you can basically, they have an identity system. How is that going to, or payment identity system, how is that going to work?
So how it essentially works is that the issuers of the cards are also going to be able to authenticate identity through multiple factors. And I think what you'll see with 3D Secure is that a lot of it's based around mobile technology. So it's not just going to be that kind of pop-up window that you see in a browser. A lot of it's going to be built around the mobile app experience.
Yeah, so basically in Holland we have Eden. So I'm wearing the Eden suit, Eden, and it's basically a payment system, Ideal, yeah. And they also use it for identity, and there's going to be a worldwide scale implementation of that. So the same thing, the most important payment systems are also going to provide identity. How is that? When is that standard coming to the market?
So 3D Secure the specification is available now, 2.0. I think you'll start seeing implementations next year. And certainly by April 2019, my guess is that it will be, if not the de facto standard for payment authentication in Europe, it'll certainly be among the front runners.
And so, would it be possible that if we are into a hospital, you know, somewhere international, that we would identify ourselves with that 3D Secure identity scheme?
I mean, I guess that's possible. It's certainly constructed to support that. That's not where the focus is. You know, I don't see this replacing a health insurance card or a passport or a national identity card in the immediate future. I think it'll begin in payments, but what's really interesting is, you know, we see technology move between industries all the time.
But you say that you are going to talk about some examples which are non-payment based for that standard. What kind of examples are you going to talk about?
So, for example, checking in at a hotel, that's a great use case, right? So you might need to provide a payment credential, but you might also need to authenticate who you are when you are at the reception. And that makes sense, right? That's not a big...
It's very connected.
Exactly.
Any more example?
I mean, it could. I mean, so
car rentals, airplanes, everything.
I mean, you think about all the places that you use cards where another identity is proximate to that experience. I guess that's where you'll see 3DS jump across. But you know, when I'm going to talk next, I'm not just going to talk about 3D Secure. In fact, I'm actually going to be more talking about things like how do you authenticate people when they're in virtual reality, or how are machines going to authenticate themselves? Because you know, we stand on the brink of a whole new set of experiences, and what's really exciting is that all of this identity stuff's got to be worked out for them too.
The audience thought 60% or 70% thought that identity services were going to be more important than payment service. Is there anything? What is your perspective on that?
So look, I mean, identity is absolutely crucial to payments. Payments moves generally quite slowly, and right now there are global acceptance schemes for payments, but there are no global identity schemes. And if you've ever done any work in standards, you know that those things take a long time to come to pass. So in the long run, I think it's entirely possible that identity will be more important than payments. In the short term, I think the two go hand in hand.
It will take a while. Thank you very much.